We're also taking difficult decisions on tax-free allowances. I'm maintaining at current levels the income tax personal allowance, higher rate threshold, main national insurance thresholds and the inheritance tax thresholds for a further 2 years, taking us to April 2028.
Well, let's start by reminding ourselves that before today, the Conservative government had already broken its manifesto pledge not to raise taxes.
Read my lips, we will not be raising taxes.
By hiking taxes to a 70-year high.
You made millions pay more in income tax by changing the thresholds.
You have dragged very low earners into the 20% tax bracket, and before they didn't pay any tax. It's not fair, is it? You penalise workers.
So in 2 years, you've raised taxes the same amount as Gordon Brown did in 10 years.
You accept that the tax burden is now up?
Yes.
Now they want to hike taxes again to, in part, plug a £30 billion black hole blown in the country's finances by their own catastrophic mismanagement of the UK's economy.
Some mistakes were made.
And the Prime Minister, one of the richest men in the country, and his multi-millionaire Chancellor think workers should pay the price for the Conservative government's ineptitude.
In the last hour, the Conservatives have picked the pockets of purses and wallets of the entire country as the Chancellor has deployed a raft of stealth taxes, taking billions of pounds from ordinary working people.
Well, absolute bollocks to that. Why should workers have to pay to fill a massive black hole blown in the country's finances by the Conservative government's gross incompetence? What we should do is collect in all the assets of the Tory MPs who enabled this and use those to fill the hole first. Now that would be accountability. This is what 12 years of Conservative government has got us all so far.
Everyone poorer.
2 million adults in the UK can't even afford to eat every day. And let's not forget this lot have been responsible for soaring food banks, homelessness, falling life expectancy, fuel poverty and wage stagnation. And if all that's not bad enough, most recently they've managed to deliver the highest inflation in 40 years, the biggest drop in living standards since 1956, the biggest fall in wages since records began, and UK trade performance at its worst level on record.
We see the UK pretty close to the bottom of the league table in terms of the forecast for economic growth, particularly in 2023. So the UK essentially sees no growth at all, and the only country that was worse than the UK was sanctioned Russia.
And this is why we talk about the anti-growth coalition.
Dare I say the anti-growth coalition.
The anti-growth coalition.
The anti-growth coalition.
The anti-growth coalition.
Well, you got that right.